listen, you want to hang out, cool, we can do that. You want to waste money, cool, not really, but whatever, right? You want to waste my gas, cool. But one thing you should never do is waste my time because I can't get that back.
Especially as a parent, if I set aside time for you
Mm-hmm.
and you mess that up, never again.
Yo, welcome back for another episode. And I have another special guest, obviously a familiar face at this point, but my name is DJ Hughes and
Gabby Farmer.
And this is the That's Neither Here Nor There podcast. I'm a prayer we're going to get into the topic, okay?
All right.
God, thank you for today. Thank you for life, health, and strength. Thank you for allowing Gabby to come back for another episode. Allow what we say really bless someone and really help someone. And just thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you for the podcast and keep your hands on us and love and protections around us. These are things that we ask from your precious holy name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
So for today, we're going to talk about spinning the block. Spinning the block.
Yeah.
Oh, man, there's so much I can say before even, right? There's so much I can say. But we're going to have you, what I would recommend, or what not recommend, I would ask of you, would you please read the definition of what spinning the block is first before we dive into this topic?
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead.
So according to Urban Dictionary, to spin the block means pulling back up on an ex or an old flame. An example, Shorty I used to talk to deleted the pics with her boyfriend. I'm about to spin the block.
Wow. Wow. So for you, have you ever spent the block? Never?
Let me be honest. In high school, when I went from high school to college, I had a boyfriend, had dated for like a year. We broke up. I'm pretty sure he had talked to some other girls. Actually, I caught him talking to another girl. Like, man, I was driving somewhere. I was in South Carolina, driving somewhere. Whitest man let the seat back in my car all the way back because he seen this girl on the street, and I'm like, "What you doing?" He was like, "No, if that girl see me, she gonna make fun of me." That was the excuse I got. I spun the block on that person. I tried to talk to them again, and then I finally was talking to somebody that I was just like, you talking to her? I can't even deal with you. So that's the only time. And after that, I said, I am not a boomerang. I don't go back.
Right. They say people don't really change from the first encounter that you had. Now, it is times where people do change.
Or circumstances can change, too.
Right.
Because it's not always a bad thing.
Right, it's not. I mean, look at, was it Nelly and Ashanti? I mean, that's so cute. I mean, I didn't expect that. And, no one did. But, I mean, they are, they're doing their thing. Shout out to them. Shout out to the newborn. But, yeah, I've spun the block too many times. And first of all, you have to look like that when I say that.
Look, my face is just like,
listen, I mean, I spun the block. The block been span on me. I mean, attempted, rather, I guess you could say. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's a slippery slope, right? Because it depends on what happened in the previous situation, right? And if it was a situation where it was a bad breakup, obviously that's not a block that you want to spin or jump back on. But if it was like a mutual breakup and then both of you guys went away and both of you guys matured, again, both of you guys matured. You know what I'm saying? Then it might be a situation that you might can revisit. But if one person matured and the other one didn't, and the other person stayed stagnant and didn't get the help that they needed, it's going to be an unhealthy situation. And I've been on both ends of the coin on that one. I've been the person that spun the block that didn't do any healing at all in my own for myself. And then I've also been where, I actually done the healing and I'm up here like, what are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a situation I feel that, it's to each his own, but I don't recommend it.
I have been spun on, I guess you can say.
Oh, wow.
So it was like maybe somebody who I didn't really talk to, but, oh, man, my DMs. soon as people realized I was divorced, DMs just.
Well, you knew that was gonna happen. You knew. Come on, man. Stop playing, man.
I did.
Stop playing. Stop playing.
I didn't expect it.
Stop playing.
And some should have stayed exactly where they were prior. But I mean,
I know you talking about.
I'm just saying, like, some people I knew, like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. And then other people, I'm like, the one from jail. Oh. Y'all, I really had somebody tell me, how do you put it? You know, I get out in 4 months. When you gonna let me? When we gonna talk, or when we gonna see each other? And I'm like, get out,
right?
And me being me,
right?
You trying to let me from the clicker? And so I was like, yeah, I'm just like, first of all, you can't block. Second of all, the audacity.
Right.
Don't spend a block if you don't have nothing to offer. I'm just gonna say that. Just let's start there.
So let me ask you this: why do you feel, other than the main obvious, why do you feel like people spend a block?
They realize what they could have had. Mm-hmm. They say you're doing well,
right?
And they're like, oh, I want some of that in my life, or yeah, I can hop on this train.
Right.
Like they want something,
mm-hmm.
Or they genuinely miss you.
Right.
That could be another thing in my mind. Like, okay, I see this person doing well. They're no longer with whoever they were with.
Right.
They seem to be doing well. You know, mm-hmm. I remember we had a good time. Blah blah blah.
Right.
Like that's different. If it's a genuine spending block, that's different. But if you're just doing it because you think that this person got something you want, or that's a whole nother story. But right. It's about being honest on why you're doing it.
Right. I think you have to make your request known. Make your intentions known. Like, why are you here? Like, why are you back? Because, like, when you left, you weren't worried about me, right?
Who sent you?
Right. You know what I'm saying? So why are you here? Let's discuss that. Okay, you're here because of this. Okay, now that you let me know why you're here, now I have to decipher: are you gonna look at me as the person that I was, or the person that I am?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to get to know me all over again?
Right, because it's not going to be a situation where you can just jump back in. You have to relearn that person, because you guys are not who you were the first time that you guys talked.
Depending on the length of time, yeah, absolutely.
Right, and I think that's a lot of times where the snag comes, and this is on both ends of the coin, not just the person that spun the block, the person that is receiving as well. Like, I remember she or he used to do da 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 da. It might not be that person anymore. Mm-mm. So you have to relearn. But when I do feel like when you have leveled up, whether it's a male or a female, you have to watch that person that came back, because it's like, if you leveled up as a person, the person that came back is not going to see you on the level that you're on, particularly if they haven't matured themselves.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And pay attention to everything.
Everything.
I'm slowly learning that. Mm-hmm. Not just words are cool.
Yeah,
words are cool. But
yes.
Okay, if you tell me you're gonna do something, did you actually do it?
Right.
Or did you not talk about it at all? It's just like, oh, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. It's like,
right.
Oh, okay, you know, which could be good or bad.
Right.
But I've been in a relationship with somebody just like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and you don't never see it happen.
Right.
Like that type of things, or how they deal with, their family, their situations, their career.
Right.
Are they telling the truth? Like, did you catch them in a lie at any point in time? Like, you just got to look at everything.
Man, I do feel like, it's tricky. Excuse me, because it's like, for somebody who's always trying to put their best foot forward, it's kind of like, all right, like, this person do know me, they do know the fam, so moms and pops ain't gotta nobody relearn somebody and get the, we ain't got to do that process all over. So, like, in the back of your mind, I understand why it would be conducive. However, on the flip side, it's like you're bringing all that baggage of who you may have been before, and it's like, it's just hectic. So it would be best to just talk to somebody new, personally, in my opinion, because it's like they're going to respect you on the level that you're already on, versus trying to get somebody to respect you on this new level that you're on that they didn't meet you on. If that makes sense.
It does. I think it depends on comfort level, because I've had horrible experience with new people. Yeah. So for me, the spinning the block on somebody that I know and I'm comfortable with, it worked out for me. But I've had some spinning block experiences where it's just like, you could have stayed where you was at.
Right.
disturbing my peace.
Right. And that's the biggest thing for me, peace. Like peace and time. Like, listen, you want to hang out, cool, we can do that. You want to waste money, cool, not really, but whatever, right? You want to waste my gas, cool. I've said that before. But one thing you should never do is waste my time because I can't get that back.
Absolutely.
Right? I can't get that back. Like, why are we wasting time? Like,
especially as a parent, if I set aside time for you and you mess that up, never again.
Right.
No, I'm good.
Right. Your time, my time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? And as I like to plan stuff, like I can't just readjust things. Oh, let's do it this day. Like, no. Like, no. Like, no. We're not doing it that day. We're doing it the day that we say we're gonna do it, and we can't. We can reschedule another time.
Correct.
If the time permits. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people get the urge to try to spin the block, but I do believe it's like we gotta stand strong because people gonna try to spin the block no matter what you do, good or bad.
Especially if they know that you're in a vulnerable situation. Like a breakup or in my situation, a divorce. Like that's a very like, oh, I see you're not dealing with that person no more. So let me see how I can jump into this situation, and that's just not
right.
If that's what you want to do, if you want to say, hey, I'm trying to whoop de woo, I'm trying to be with you, or we can go on a date, but we're gonna do X, Y, and Z after. That's different. Make that known.
You got to make your request. And for those of you who don't know what she means, if you're just trying to smash, you just gonna have to say that. Like, and like I said, we're gonna be vulnerable and honest on this podcast, and we're not gonna sit here and act like we 5. So if you trying to smash, just say that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not talking about for me per se, but I'm just talking about for your situation. If you just want somebody to hang out with, if you just want food, I mean, just say that. Like, if you want to go events with somebody, just say that. I mean, I think it's a lot can be eliminated if we just be honest.
Yeah, I can respect that more.
And again, you're giving me an option if I want to deal with this or not.
If I don't want to, or like say, you want somebody to try new foods with, or like festivals or concerts or whatever, and none of your friends are really on there. Like, yeah, if that's something you want to do, say that. If
you want to be foodie, let's go be foodies. We'll be foodies together.
Big bags together.
Right. Right. I mean, I ain't gonna be a big bag, but yeah, we want to be foodies. Yeah, just make your request known. That's my biggest thing. Like, don't spin the block and then you up here wasting time and you up here saying you want something that you really not ready for. And I think I had one of my homegirls, she had put this on Snapchat the other day. She said, I finally have come to the realization that I am in love with the idea of being in a relationship versus actually wanting to be in a relationship.
Absolutely. There's a lot of us that are like that.
And I said, I am proud of you, because a lot of people are not even going to admit that. And for you to say that, man, that's growth.
That, I feel like that is those words right there. Being wanting to be in love so bad, you put your blinders on.
Right.
That's why you don't see those red flags.
Right.
That's exactly why. It just kind of, well, it's okay because, X, Y, and Z. Oh, it'll get better. No, it won't.
Right.
That's not who they are.
Right.
You making them into that person.
Exactly.
You like the person they potentially could be.
Right.
But that's not who they actually are.
Now, I'm so glad that you said that. And I've been guilty of this. Falling in like with the potential of how somebody's acting. And I was like, oh man, she did this. Shoot, I know if she do that, I'm gonna just hold on a little bit longer and see if she gonna change. Like, I've been guilty of that too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that potential, that word there, or the ideal of, or falling in love, like all of that, man, listen, you can't worry about all that. You gotta have your antennas up and make sure you're aware of what's going on and make your request known and stand on it. And I think that's the biggest problem we run into. We don't stand on it. We start feeling the fuzzies, and then, like you said, we forget about the red flags.
Not even just forget it. They could just be waving their flag in front of our face and we just won't see it.
Yeah.
That's who they are.
Man, listen.
You just don't want to believe it.
Listen. When a person show you who they are,
believe it.
Don't go back to check and see if that's who they are.
They weren't.
Believe them the first time. The very first. You don't have to go back and check because they've already shown you who they are. I'm speaking to me too, so I'm not just calling y'all out. I'm speaking to myself. When a person show you who they are, you got to believe them because that's who they are.
Especially if it's, you can, like, with that being said, being led on is one of those things that you shouldn't do, and you got to recognize when it's happening to you. Like, oh yeah, I want to see you. Oh yeah, I want to see you. Oh, okay, well, I bought tickets to X, Y, and Z. Oh, I got to check. It's like 2 months away.
Right.
Like that should have showed me everything. It's like, okay, that didn't work out.
Right.
All right, well, I have this other thing I want to do. How about this? Oh, it's the same instance. I shouldn't have to remind you that, hey, I have something for us to do.
Right.
Let's go do it. If you really want it, if you were really about it and you really want to spend time with me, you would be right there. No questions asked.
Because I'm going to say this. When a person won't, they will. Every time, man. Every time. When a person won't, they will. And what I mean by that is, if a person is interested in you, they're going to make it be known. If a person want to be with you, they're going to make it be known. And, I mean, if they want to spend time with you, they're going to make it be known. Like, the effort will be there. It'll be effortless. I've been on both ends of the coin in that situation, too. But I'm just saying, when a person won't, they will. Like, for real.
And being a married person, being with somebody who did not, and going to somebody who does,
right? The
difference is like, oh, I don't have to question anything.
Right.
I don't feel insecure about anything.
Good.
Like, I feel very confident. Okay, this person, like, okay, you showing up for real. You showing up. Okay, I got you. I got you. Like, it's, you could tell the difference between when they want to be there and they just there because they want something.
Right.
So I've experienced that as well.
Well, I mean, I think we all have. It's just recognizing it, like you said. It's so easy to get tangled up in, the pleasantries of being with somebody, right? And just the idea of being in love, like, it's so easy. Like, oh man, like, me and this person, we had a blast. Okay, but what are they doing for you? Right?
What's the future gonna look like?
Right. You got to ask the tough questions. Okay, do you want kids? How many kids do you want? Okay, where do you want to live at? What do you think about discipline? Do you believe in whooping the child? Do you believe in gentle parenting? Like, these are questions that you have to ask when you're trying to, build a future with somebody, instead of just, oh, I just want to travel. I want to go to Dubai. I want to go to Tulum. Okay, that's cool. But what does a future with you look like?
Do you have a 401k?
Right.
Do you have a my chart?
Do you
take vitamins? Like,
I do got a my chart. I got a my chart. I have a my chart. I go to the doctor.
Like,
yes.
Especially with us being in our 30s, like, you don't want somebody who's not taking care of themselves.
Right.
Like, I want, like, you can't help. Sometimes people can't help their health. They have things going on.
Right.
Like, do you work out?
Right.
Do you take your health seriously? Like, things like that are important for the long run.
Right.
If your partner has high blood pressure, you need to know that. What if you come home and they passed out on the floor? Like, you got to know their medical history.
Are you allergic to something? Like, I don't need to be taking you somewhere. You allergic to shellfish and seafood and all this. I'm up here take you to gluten. Yeah, and I'm up here take you to this
pasta restaurant.
Yeah, a restaurant. Yeah, like DJ, you didn't disclose that to me. My bad. Like, goodness.
Especially, like, here's a big one. A lot of people don't think about. If it gets serious, can I put you as my emergency contact?
My goodness. My goodness. Can I? That's a good. I ain't never think about that. That's a good question.
I realized that with not a person I was dating, with just a friend. She wasn't close with her mother. She didn't know her dad. She didn't have anybody else. And at the time, she was like, she had to go to the hospital. She was arguing with her mom, and she put me as her emergency contact. And I'm just like, and she was dealing with dudes. She didn't have a single person.
Wow.
That she could put as that emergency contact, which I was honored to be that. But you dealing with somebody like that, and you can't call them for help. That's a different type of situation.
Yeah, for sure. But see, I like to test people. I ain't gonna lie. I'm giving it away, but I don't care. I'm gonna ask you something. I'm gonna ask you to help me with something, even though I really don't need the help. Right? I'm gonna ask you to help me with something just to see if you'll do it. And, I've done that twice. 2 for 2. I asked a certain person, like, hey, listen, I'm thinking about doing this. You know what I'm saying? I need help. I need your help. I really don't need your help. I got all the connects. Really don't need your help. But I didn't tell them that. But I was like, I just, let me know what you think. I never said anything else about it. You think they helped me?
No.
Right.
Oh man.
I did that with I did this with one young lady and I did this with another young lady. It was just a test. It's just like, hey, listen, I'm really thinking about doing this. I'm really thinking about going into this field. I need this particular equipment. What you think? Which equipment you think I should get? Now I got a homeboy who do the exact same thing. He already told me what kind of equipment to get, when to get it, how to get it. But I wanted to see was she gonna follow through.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard anything? No.
That you said that, I feel like I've had that happen to me. I passed that test. But I have heard that before.
Yeah, you gotta test folks, man, to see if they really in this thing for you. Like, are you in it for me? Because if I'm up here putting in all the effort, all the work, what are you doing? And then when people say that, and I think this is where what do you bring to the table comes from, but it's a better way to word it.
It is.
What value do you bring? Mm-hmm. What value would you be bringing to this relationship? Because it's like if I'm doing X, Y, and Z, like most men like myself, I can cook for myself. I can fold, I can clean, I can do all that. Like I don't need you to do that. I need support, peace. Like, I need, the stuff that's free. Like I need that.
I will say this to anybody, especially men, because I've had this said to me: don't ask for peace if you bring chaos.
Oh,
don't do it. Just stay where you at.
Man, you might want to say that again. I need you to say that again.
Because I've had it said to me. I just want peace. But this person on the brought nothing but chaos.
My goodness.
So it's just like, you at peace because you okay with lying to yourself. I'm not.
Whew, my goodness.
And that's just don't do it.
Fellas, we got to do better. We can't be up here lying now.
Because real peaceful people don't ask for peace. They just who they are. They chilling.
Yeah.
So,
no, I'm peaceful. I'm just saying it.
I'm not. I want problems. I'm just playing.
She's not.
I mean, I like to cut up. I like to have fun. But when it comes to telling the truth, like I always tell people, okay, I have ADHD. I can't tell you the lie because I'm gonna forget the lie I told you. So
that's a fact. You are very honest. You are probably one of the most honest people I know.
I will say whatever.
Other than your son. He is you 2.0. He's super honest. You want to know the truth? Ask him. And he'll say it with a straight face.
And he's not trying to hurt your feelings. And I'm the same way. Now, if I want to, I will. But I'm just saying, like, he's if you ask him a question, you're going to get a raw and unfiltered answer. And I feel like if more adults were like that.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes. I'm saving so much more time. But honestly, though, I think with this particular topic, it comes back to the idea, like, oh man, I'm at this point in my life. Maybe I should give so-and-so a chance again. Or maybe, like, why are you, like, really think about it before you really go spin the block. Like, is it do the process of elimination. Why did we stop talking in the first place? Let's start there. Why did we stop talking? Okay, now after we established why we stopped talking, is this a person that I can build a future with? Can I see them being the mother or the father of my kids? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can I leave my children around their family and still feel safe? Those are the type of questions that you should be asking before making decisions or spinning the block or even rather getting in a relationship.
Absolutely. What and also, like you said, what value does this person add to my life?
Right.
Does this person bring me, I don't want to say bring me peace, but does this person make me feel comfortable?
Right.
Can I be myself around them?
Do this person make me feel safe?
Yes, that's a big one.
And I say that because a lot of times we always ask for people to be honest. But you can't ask somebody to be honest if you haven't provided a safe space for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say most men, most people in general, even when in a relationship, where it's the man or the woman, everybody don't always feel safe. One person is always catering to the other person's feelings, so they're like breadcrumbing them how they really feel, versus just being raw, true, and unfiltered.
And with safety, that could be, for me, it's physical, emotional, mental. For instance, if you if you're in therapy, you don't feel comfortable telling your partner, "Hey, I have a therapist. This issue."
Right.
I take my mental health seriously. If I got one, I want you to have one too. Even if you don't talk to that person once every 3 months. Like, are you working on yourself? How are you mentally? Like, I know what you say, but do you go home and cry every night? Like, those are things I need to know.
Right.
Like, where are you really at with yourself?
Right. I mean, that's important. Therapy is important, and I mean, even if you have a mentor, I feel like, because everybody can't afford a therapist, so I get it. Because we are in hard times right now. So even if you got a mentor or somebody you talk to, you should definitely be working on you. Like, love you. Because I still say it. I feel like you can't love anyone until I feel like people love to the extent of they love themselves. And if you don't love yourself, how can you really love anybody else?
Man. And with that, I'm saying, you know how honest I am. That is why some people need to have a whole team of people, because they don't know who they are. They don't love themselves. They need that team to love different aspects of themselves. Or you just really can't spend no time to yourself to work on yourself. So you got to have all these other people. Right.
You gotta love you, and you gotta, like, you know, I'm a big advocate for taking myself out on a date. You already know that. So I take myself out on a date every Tuesday. I've been called weird. I've been called I've been called crazy. I mean, even people in my family are like, that's weird. Like, yeah, to you, but it's my life. You know what I'm saying?
You want to spend time with yourself.
Hey, I'm just saying. You know, I'm not saying, you know, I've been called. That's weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's something that I'm doing for me that's helping me. You know what I'm saying? Your journey is not my journey. Everybody has their own journey.
And part of me getting back to myself was going places by myself, because I used to be in the house. Like, I'm just in the house on mommy mode every weekend. So when I finally was like, okay, I'm going to put myself out there, I'm going to have fun, get to know myself, because I used to go places a lot by myself. Like, okay, my friends can't go, I'm going. I'm going to that concert. I'm going to that food festival or whatever it is. And people like, as a woman though, people like, you going by yourself? You gotta be safe. I'm turning my location on, letting people know where I'm at.
No, but that's the first thing I'm saying. You say, I'm going to this festival. Hey, who you going with? Hold on now. We don't need, Atlanta crazy now. But no, I understand. I respect that. I mean, you know, and I guess too, a lot of people respond to that in the manner they respond because they don't understand your journey. You know what I'm saying? And your journey is not for them to understand. I think Coach Prime said it. He's just like, I don't think when I talk to God, I don't think God be telling you my business. God ain't about to tell you my business,
and He ain't gonna send you to tell it to me either.
So what's going on between me and God is what's going on between me and God. So you're not gonna understand my move. You're not gonna understand my purpose because it's not for you to understand.
You're not gonna understand why I post pictures or why I do the things I do. That's part of myself.
Right, exactly.
I'm not showing out or stuck up or think I'm just this and this, that, which I do.
Come on.
But I'm because that's my time to do so, because I didn't think that out.
Right, exactly.
So if I want to think I'm that girl, I am, because I didn't always think that way.
Right.
So speaking on people when you don't know why they're doing things the way they're doing, you really got to think about that.
Yeah. Right, pipe down. Chill out. So if you don't mind, can you give someone some advice on like how to watch out for people trying to spin the block?
The first thing I would say is, where are you at in your life, and where are they at in their life? Because again, what do they want? Why are they here? Is it genuine? Do they want a relationship, or do they just want to play? They just want to go places and do things, or do they just want to smash? You got to figure out what their intentions are first. And do you even want this person back in your life?
Right.
Because sometimes just because somebody show up at your door, you don't got to open it.
Come on.
You can let them knock, or you can, just act like they're not there.
Right.
But those are my two biggest things: is motive, intentions, and where am I at? Am I okay with this? Am I ready for this?
Right.
Is this something that I even want?
Right.
So that's all I can really speak on.
Yeah, it is. I'm gonna pray and we're gonna get out of here, okay?
All right.
God, thank you for today. Thank you for everything that was said. Allow Gabby and her son to get back home safely. Thank you for them. Thank you for their life. Thank you for everything that you're doing with them. Thank you for the podcast. And these are the things that I ask upon your precious holy name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well, my name is DJ Hughes and
Gabby Farmer.
And this is the That's Neither Here Nor There podcast. We out. Peace.